Linda, you know, it's real good that we sit here and we have conversations about things that people are afraid to have, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I got a really good question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What is love to a woman?
Ah.
And be honest. Don't try to scare me away and bring me to the zoo and shit. I don't want to see lions, tigers, and bears. Just tell me, what is love to a woman?
I think that depends on the woman, though. I don't think that we can get like a good concise answer on that. Because some women think that if he buys you stuff, he loves you, and I'm happy. And there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, as a person, right, I feel like we need to know ourselves. So one, what's your love language, sis? How do you understand that man loves you? So if that's a conversation we've had, like, okay, hey, well, I like quality time. I don't care. Like me, personally, we could sit and we could watch ESPN. All I give a shit. We together. I can put my feet up under you while you watching TV. Okay, that's
You
for
don't
me.
care. You happy with that?
For me,
Right.
that as long as you're here, that's all I need.
Can I order pizza though?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Eat all you want to. You know what I'm saying? But for some women, it's like, oh, well, I told him I wanted the new Louis bag and he didn't get it to me, so he must not love me.
But if he's in that tax bracket, I mean, he's supposed to provide that.
Right, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is, like, some people are not in tune with themselves to know that that's what I require out of the person I'm with.
Right.
So if I got mixed up with the guy that has the money and all he want to do is buy me shit, but he's never there for me,
There's a lot of
I can't
women
watch
like
no
that.
30 for 30 with him.
There's a lot of women. There's a lot
Okay.
of women that go through that
You get what I'm saying?
to this day, because you got a lot of wealthy. I ain't gonna say
Right.
wealthy, but a lot
So that's why
of
I'm
rich,
saying,
well-to-do guys.
what's love? It depends on the person, and that's a man too, in general. That's a person. That's how you receive love, how you perceive love. And I'm not saying that everybody, every example of love is right, because there's some women that truly believe. My cousin literally told me, if my husband does not hit me on the first night, he doesn't love me.
That real shit.
But
That real shit. Because we don't know what make her function in that way.
Exactly.
To be able to perceive
But then
what
you got
love
me.
is to her.
If your hand get too close to my face and I feel the wind, I'm fucking you up.
No, you got a lot of women like that.
You see what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
condone that. You know what I mean? I don't condone that, because if I gotta hit you, then why am I with you?
Right.
You know,
So
I'm
the
one of those
whole
guys.
what's love to a woman? That honestly just depends on the person.
So
There is no concise straight line answer to that.
none.
No. Because what's love to me is not going to be love to the other person.
Right.
It's going to be different. That one is too broad of a.
No, I'm just saying, because everyone have their own different levels of what love is.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, it still stems from the same area. You know what I mean? And I understand where you're going with it, but I'm saying love is love. So you should be able to recognize what love is. If I'm sitting there throwing petals on the bed and I'm showing you little things like that, regardless of what woman you are, if you have that same love for me in return, you're gonna reciprocate that as being loved.
But if you are the man, my CEO man, right? And you putting petals, and I want stuff, this is going to mean nothing to me.
Right. You're right. So you're saying from an individual standpoint.
Yeah, like,
that,
oh, okay, it's cute. Well, that doesn't equate up here as love. It could, but what I'm saying, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's still too much of that's more of a personal, what do I see as love? Okay, well, what if he brought me Marco's Pizza after 2 a.m.? He loves me.
I love Marco's Pizza. Why would you use Marco's Pizza? Shout out to Marco's Pizza. I love Marco's.
But you get what I'm saying? Like,
Hell
that one question, that to me is just too broad of a spectrum.
But why did you use Marco's Pizza? I love Marco's.
They have good
You could've
pepperoni.
used-
What do you
Why
want?
you could have used anything? I love shout out to Marco's Pizza again. I love Marco's Pizza. You didn't have to use Marco's.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that specific question, I don't feel like you're gonna get a universal.
Yeah, because
response.
everyone has their
Everybody
own.
has their own.
Yeah, everyone has their own level of love.
Mhm.
Right. What's next? What we got?
Okay. So let's see. At what point, once you start talking to somebody, would you drop your hoes for them? Like, what does that entail? Like, what has to happen to be like, you know what? I think I like her. I'm gonna stop talking to everybody else.
Oh, when she showed me she's serious.
What does that mean?
When she showed me she's serious. Because at the end of the day, and this is where I think men get it twisted. Men think they're the only ones out here playing games, and they're not. Women are playing them too, full throttle. So with that being said, I mean, a woman has to show that extra initiative just like a man has to. I'm not saying from a financial standpoint, but it all comes to an end when a woman introduces herself. Because there's a different level in that aspect. Like, I could get to know you, but until you introduce me to who you are as a person, that's another level of who you are. If I met you somewhere, and we're talking, we kicking it or whatever, you're not gonna let me know who you are until you feel comfortable to let me in. So that's when it stops. And it doesn't even probably completely stops. It goes to like, you know what, I'm gonna not call these two. Because I don't want to be left in the dust. I don't want to be left in the dark.
But who would make that decision? Is that something that you feel that you would know? Oh, this is really her.
Over a period of time, a person allows you to know who they are. In other words, there's very few people, and please don't take this out of context because I tell people stuff like this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
There are people in the world you can learn in a day. There are people that you can learn in a day. Look, that's somebody right there wanting to learn me in a day. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? But we're not going to learn them right now. But my point of what I'm saying to you is that there are people that you can learn in a day.
Very dense.
But you have to be able to identify who they are. Me, myself, I believe a lot of people don't allow you to know them who they are in a day. You know what I mean? So it might take a few weeks. It might take a month. It might take 2-3 months. But the consistency of being around a person, going out to eat with a person, maybe going to the arcade with a person, maybe going bowling with a person.
Okay.
Over a period of time, this person is going to eventually introduce you to who they are. And those things take time. There's very few people you can learn in a day. That's just my input. You know what I mean? Like, you can meet somebody today or tomorrow, but at the end of the day, is that who they really are? You know what I mean? So then you go out to eat with them, and this is how women start ghosting men. Shout out to all the chicks who ghost niggas who ain't about their business. But that's why women ghost men, because they start to see certain men for who they are, not who they said they were.
But in the aspect of ghosting, right? Glad you mentioned it. If I tell you, hey, you know what? We've dated a few, and I'm not really, you're not my vibe, okay?
Right.
A man will literally try to sit there and convince you, no, we are. You are my vibe. Like, no, I am the one for you. Right. Like, no, so like when I'm direct with you, it's a problem. Right. So that's why I ghost, because I'm a ghoster. Because I tried to tell you, hey, this not working out. And you're not going to listen? Okay, guess what you're going to listen to? Me not responding?
Right. You have to take the next step. I'm not saying that's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just basically trying to answer your question. But I'm not saying that's wrong. Men do that shit all the time. But at the end of the day,
men ghost you because they got their own wedding to go to. That's
hell no. I think men ghost women because they walk in with lies and deceit. So if you're walking in with lies and deceit and you sell that to someone who actually bought it, the purchase of what that was is over with. You know what I mean? That's my intake of it. I think as a woman should be able to identify who her husband is. This is me. I might be wrong, but this is me. Because I put women on this pedestal to the point where you have babies, you carry kids for 9 months, you raise children, you're emotional creatures. So at the end of the day, you're supposed to be able to identify. And I think the game is just so thrown to a lot of women has walked past their husband. He might be a bus driver. You don't answer the phone call to who has great potential of being in a great relationship with you. He's a garbage man, but he doesn't fit the criteria of what you feel your man or your husband is supposed to be. And that's why I think a lot of women are going through this cycle of guys. I don't mean from a sexual standpoint, just meeting guys and dating dudes, and a couple of them will get smashed, I'm sure, but you know what I mean? You done already probably lost the guy who was supposed to be your dude. You already missed out on the guy who should have been in a relationship with. He probably worked at Walmart. Hate to throw it out there like that, but women have
I bagged one at Walmart. He was a greeter.
Was he?
Yeah, he was.
He was?
He was young, though. So
Oh,
I
you
was
over
like,
there?
ugh.
Oh, you over there babysitting? Let me.